الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين. أما بعد, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala advises us in His glorious book in Surah Al-Zumar, chapter 39, in verse 42. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله يتوفى الأنفس حين موتها والتي لم تمت في منامها فيمسك التي قضى عليها الموت ويرسل الأخرى إلى أجل مسمى إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. Allah takes the soul at the time of their death, and those that do not die, He takes during their sleep. Then He keeps those for which He has decreed death and releases the others for a specific term. Indeed, in that are signs for a people who give thought. Now, the meaning of tawaffa is to take back something that was previously given. And that's how we understand our nafs. Our nafs is your core. That's who you are. This is the body. The ruh is what keeps the body going. And nafs is you. So this nafs is a gift from Allah that He loans it to us. And it's His. He gives it to us and then He takes it back. So that's what we understand from the word yatawaffa. He takes something that belongs to Him. And at a appointed time, you go to sleep, Allah takes that soul. When you wake up, if He so chooses, He gives it to you. Many people don't wake up. Because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala chose to keep the soul with Him. Because every soul has a predetermined term that when it comes, Allah will keep it. So the sleeping person is judged exactly like a dead person. You're not responsible for whatever you do or whatever you say, no matter what it is. It's, the hukum in our, Sharia is just like the dead person. You're not responsible for what happens when you're sleeping. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala either lets you wake up, gives you the soul for another day, or He keeps it. And there is a lesson in here for all of us, that sleep is one of Allah's great signs. You have to sleep. You cannot go without sleeping. If you go without sleeping, you go crazy, because that soul has to return to its maker. You can fight it all you want, but you're not going to be able to. It has to return to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And another one, it shows us that the soul is independent of the body. They're two different things. They're not one thing. You can be in a prison cell and wake up happy because you saw a nice dream. Or you could be living in luxury and wake up all worried and depressed because you saw a bad dream. Your environment around you did not change. So that tells you that the body and the ruh, the soul, the nafs are two different things. They're independent. The body, you feed it with food. The ruh, you feed it with knowledge of Allah, with acts of goodness. So you have a spiritual and a physical aspect to you. But the nafs is the one that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will judge. That's the one that Allah created to live forever. Death is just a stage. You go from this stage to the next stage. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala could have made all of human beings be born at the same time and be created at the same time and leave this world at the same time. But He chose to do it where the father and mother and husband have children, and children after children. He made us procreate and exist in stages. Because if all of us came and left at the same time, we will never learn from each other. Death is a learning experience. You learn from what happened to other people, and you improve, and other people use that as a lesson, and so on. If all of us existed at the same time and left at the same time, we would not learn from each other. So the death, we should not look at death as something negative. Death is a haqq. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala tells us that it is haqq. Anybody here thinks they're going to live and never die? No, because we know that's going to happen. So we have to prepare for it. We can't just worry about it. We have to prepare for it. And death is a great lesson and motivator to man. Because when death comes, everything that somebody labored all of their life to gather, together is taken away in a second. That's it. You're done. If you're focusing on this life, your house, your car, your furniture, your wealth, even the clothes on you, they're gone. As soon as you die, they're gone. They're no longer yours. It's somebody else's. Family, spouse, children, friends, they're all gone. That's what death teaches us. Teaches us to focus on what matters. Yes, you focus on these things because you need it for your life on this earth, but you have to prepare for where you're going. So life is a trust from Allah that allows us to build our account in the hereafter. He gives us our nafs in this life temporarily. So we go, have faith, do good deeds, grow our account in the hereafter, and then when He so chooses, He takes that trust back, and now we move to the hereafter. And if you think about it, if you travel to a faraway place, and in that place you have a big bank account, and you have a palace, and you have a car, and you have everything that you need, what's your feeling for going to that place? Are you going to be stressed? Are you going to be happy? You have everything you need. You're comfortable. That's how we should be looking at the hereafter. If you build your account in the hereafter, going there, and death is the vehicle to get you there, then it's something to look forward to. We don't wish for it, but when it happens, it's not the end of the world. It's the time to receive the reward for all the good deeds that you spend in this life. That's how we look at it. If the prepared ones do not wish to die, but welcome it when it comes. Because if you spend your life steadfast, you control your eyes, you control your hands, you control your ears, to only do good for Allah's sake. If you raise your children on faith, if you have your income is legal, you spend in Allah's way. If you do all of these things, you're growing your account in the hereafter. So death will not come as a surprise. It is the time to receive the reward from Allah. If you look at the seerah of the companions, every single one of them was at his happiest moment at the time of death. Everybody around them were sad to see them go, but they were happy because they knew where they were going. They were going to join, their loved ones and to be in Allah's presence and to enjoy all the reward that Allah promised the good believers. So death did not come as a surprise to them. And it's the height of intelligence to prepare for that time. When a baby is born, everybody around them, they're laughing, and the baby is crying. At the time of death, if you are smart, you prepare so that you'll be the only one laughing while everybody around you is crying. The dead person who knows he can see his seat in heaven. You think he's going to be crying at the time of his death? He's not going to be. He's going to be the happiest person ever. So that your butula, your culmination of your effort is to be happy and laughing at that moment when everybody around you is crying. To be في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر. To be in a seat of honor with Allah. That's what you strive for. So we should not look at death negatively. It helps us to focus our view of this life. Because without thinking about death, you're going to be immersed in this life. You're going to be immersed in work, immersed in this and that. Things that, yes, you need, but that's not what's going to get you your eternal happiness. We have to focus on what's going to come after it, while paying attention to, what we need by necessity in this life. So the soul, the nafs, is a precious gift from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala that He gave us on loan. And at this moment, the soul is ours. While the heart is beating, while we're alive, it's ours. We have the responsibility to take care of it. And Allah says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. You either purify it with belief and good deeds, and get it to learn to know its maker, and قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. You make tazkiyah, you purify it, and it lives forever in happiness, or you ruin it with sin and disobedience and suffer eternally. That's the two choices. So as long as you're alive, that nafs, it's your responsibility to guide it towards Allah. Everybody else, every other creation did not have that choice. That choice Allah gave man as a unique gift to us, while all other creation other than jinn, all other creation did not have the choice. They have a set role in this life. So the countdown starts when you're born. When you're thinking of the akhirah, when somebody asks you how old are you? Most people think, okay, I'm X number of years old. But people who are connected to Allah, connected to the akhirah, what they're thinking is, Ya Allah, I've existed for so many years. How much more time do I have? We don't know. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The next hour is not guaranteed. You can't say, I'm young, I got plenty of time. No, you don't know. We don't know. None of us know. So we should never go to sleep. That's stage one. We should never go to sleep in a state of sin. Because you do not know if you're going to wake up or not. You do not know if Allah is going to give you that soul back after He takes it, or He's going to keep it. So you should never go to sleep on a state of sin. Or you owe people, you've hurt people, you've taken things from people. You need to fix all of that stuff before you even go to sleep, because you're not guaranteed the next moment. So we have to do good deeds now. Don't say, oh, I'll do it next month. You may not be alive next month. You may not be alive tomorrow. If you're thinking about making a donation or helping, the poor, or doing any type of good deeds, do it right away. Don't delay. Delaying means you think you're going to be alive tomorrow. That's ta'alli ala Allah. You don't know that. Maybe if Allah wants, or maybe not. If you want to do something good, do it right away. Do not delay. Do not say, I'll do it tomorrow. Do it now. Correct what is wrong today while you still can. If you had wronged somebody, go and ask for their forgiveness. Make it up to them. Don't wait for tomorrow, because you may not have it. Do not say, I'm young, I have time. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So the intelligent believer thanks Allah when he wakes up. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should be thinking of, Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amatana. Ya Allah, thank you. Thank you for giving my soul back to me for another day. So this is the first thing that you should do when you wake up, is Alhamdulillah, Allah gave me another chance. So what should I be doing in that day? So if Allah make you wake up, what should you be doing that day? We should be thinking about, how should I behave? What good deeds, what good things should I be doing in that day? Don't squander that chance, because the following day it may not be available. You should treat every day as if it's your last day, and make sure that you're working to the maximum. Some of the Sahaba, he said, if I can see heaven and hell in front of me, I would not increase in my certainty of where I'm going. And I cannot increase my good deeds anymore. He's already working to the maximum. So do not delay. Our Sahaba did not delay. If there was something good, they jumped on it. They did it right away. So time is a precious gift that passes quickly. And we must use time as an investment, not as a consumption. When you spend that time working and eating and doing things, these are consumption. There's nothing that comes, in the hereafter from it. We should also think about using time as an investment tool, to create, do good deeds, help other people. Do it for the intention, for the pleasure of Allah, and for the intention that you're going to find it in the hereafter. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لكم فاستغفروه إنه غفور رحيم.